juices out of that. So as we talk about liver, as well, we need to watch on your carbohydrate intake. Is it so much? Is it, over? That's why we have temperance as one of our laws of health, so that you need to watch on how you are taking your starches, because you may be prone to have this type of condition. Thank you.
Okay, great. So now we're going to get into our juice cleansing now. So we're back live. Sorry for those who are on right now. Sorry for the disconnection. Phone died, but they actually worked out well, because now we can just go into our next segment. And let me do this really quick. For those who are on live right now, let us know how the program is going for you who are watching. What I need to do is I need to share this link to make sure that those who are live can actually see the link as well. I'm not sure if let me make sure. I'm just going to send this in our group online. For those who are not in our group, I'll share with you how you can get access to our group. So we have a group online where we demonstrate and we do different stuff. Let's see here. Okay, all right. So we are back live now. So we're going to get straight into this already. I try not to keep it too long, because I know some of you have been here for a little while, and we started a little late too as well, which is not ideal. But I'm going to go in and show you some of the stuff that we talked about. Gloves are a little tight, but that's fine. Okay, so if I can get a stand. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Right? No? If I can get a stand for the microphone.
I'll hold the mic for you.
Okay. All right. If you can even get a stand so we can relieve you of your holding, that would be good too. So let's start off with our green juices. And I like to start off with our green juices because if you making juices separately, then some of the colored juices will affect the green, especially beets. I like to choose beets last because it will make everything turn red. But if you actually put the juice in everything, it's going to be juice all together. It doesn't matter what order you use them in. Okay, so for those who are online, we have here this is a nano juicer right here. It's a nano juicer. It's the J2 nano juicer. And this is what we call a slow juicer, masticating juicer. So it's what we call cold press. That means it crushes the vegetables and it presses out the juice and doesn't use a lot of heat. Now you have what we call the centrifugal juicers. So those juicers are what we call centrifugal juicers. Those juicers spin very fast, high speed. And you can imagine with higher speed is more heat. So those juicers have more heat applied to the vegetables. So the centrifugal juicers that spin and they make a lot of noise and stuff like that, then those what we call, they're not cold juices, so they have a little heat applied when they extract. Nowadays, some of the centrifugal juices are getting very good. They're optimizing them, but just to know the differences, this here maintains more nutrients than the centrifugal. Doesn't mean that centrifugal are not good. They maintain high amounts of nutrients already, close to 90% of nutrients. But the cold press juices maintain a little bit more. And they do have some centrifugal juices nowadays I've seen that they maintain more juices than the old regular types of centrifugal juices that they've had in the past. Okay, so now what we're doing here is we're going to be showing you how to use this nano juicer. It's the same concept for juicing all the stuff. Centrifugal juicers may be a little slightly different in terms of how you chop and prep your vegetables. So I'm going to show you this area, especially for the cold juicers, like Nama, those type of juicers, what you do to prep. So first thing that you would do here, and also just to keep in mind as well, one of the things I want to talk about is when you juice with this cold press juicer, this can help, it can maintain, I guess, in the fridge for a longer period of time. So this can, you can put this in the refrigerator without deteriorating too much of the nutrients for upwards to about 3 days, probably even 1 to 4 days, right, with the cold press juicer. But with the centrifugal juicer, because there's like a little bit of heat applied, doesn't heat the nature's minerals and vitamins and so forth. So then it don't last as long in the refrigerator. So I would say centrifugal juicers, maybe like 2 days, you want to drain them up. Okay? It's for steaming, it's great for 2 days, when you drain them up, but this juicer can last for a longer period of time in the refrigerator. So you can actually prep the juices 3 days in advance and store them in the fridge. And what you want to do when you store your juice, you have to use glass jars. So those boiled jars that you can get even at the grocery stores, I've seen them at Walmart, you can get it online too as well. Those glass jars that you get, and with the stainless steel covers and stuff like that, and you put them inside of those jars, and then you keep them in your refrigerator. So you air seal it. If you can, maybe just go all the way up to the top so there's less oxygen inside the jar, because oxygen, it causes oxidation, which slowly breaks down and deteriorates food. So less oxygen inside, the longer it will last. Okay? So then, store it in the glass jar, and we like glass because of all the plastic stuff that's coming out nowadays. So more glass, the better. It's reusable. You wash it out, and everything will be clean. Okay? So what you do here is you can drink these juices. I'm really juicing right now, and I advise the good amount of juice that we've seen to help to maintain, to keep you full, and also to provide detoxification for your body is about 16 ounces of juice. Okay? So when we juice right now, we juice 16 ounces, and we do that about 4 times a day. Okay? 16 ounces about 4 times a day. And when we say juice cleansing, we define that as no food, just drinking juices only for a certain amount of days. When people come to our lifestyle center, they go through the juicing period, and they don't eat any food during the juicing period. And we like to call it the last supper, that the last meal that they have before they go on the juice cleanse. We call it the last supper because they'll be cleansing and fasting from food. So we're going to just change our microphone at this time. And I know those who are watching right now, you're able to hear me. So it's slowly building up as well. So if people can post in the group and post to anyone, just let us know. Just let everybody know that we are back online. I know that we got disconnected because we lost connection because of our laptop and so forth. It lost power. So, what's that? Oh, you can hear me right now? Okay. He's going to turn it on. Okay.
Question before you start.
Yes.
The cranberry, that you use the actual cranberry seeds.
Like to eat the cranberry itself? So I would say if you can get the juice, you get the concentrated one, it's fine. But if you want to eat the cranberry, that's fine too as well. And just to let you know, if you've never eaten cranberry before, it is very sour. Very sour, okay? Okay. For those in the chat, if you're there with us still, let us know in the chat. Just tell us a yes that you're here. Are you hearing me better with the microphone right now? Okay, great. All right, so we're back now. We have some hands that we can use. Let me just open up the chat here on my phone so that we can see what people are saying. All right. So got the hands. Now we can talk. Okay. So
This can't fit me, man.
sorry.
This can't fit me.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tight.
So
Okay.
Need extra large.
Yeah, these are a little bit tight. Maybe you just try to, you know.
I don't think you're gonna fit into these gloves smaller.
All right. So what we're gonna do here with our juices, with this, particularly this juicer, the almond juicer, or any slow juices that you have, there are some other brands too as well that are slow juicers. Efficient line for slow juicer. There are many different brands now. We've been recommending Namer, but you can use any one of those. If you have a centrifugal juicer at home, use that. The Namer is a little more expensive. So, yeah. And also what we do here, let's say we have the kale right here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just demonstrate what we do with kale. So what I'll do, I'll take a bunch of kales. Bunch of kale. Okay? So hold a bunch of kale like this there. Just keep in mind, kale is one of those vegetables doesn't have a lot of juice inside. Okay, so just imagine this there. Imagine juicing this there and actually drinking all of this in your juice. And that is the power of juicing versus drinking a smoothie. Because juicing doesn't have the fiber, which is fine during the juicing period. And the reason why that's fine is because when you take a bit of fiber, those nutrients from your food can go into your bloodstream much quicker. So if you eat food, like let's say vegetables, it can take about 3 hours to break down, somewhere around that range. But if you drink the juice of the kale, that can be assimilated in your body within about 30 minutes. That's why juicing is superior for a short time for cleansing. You don't want to be on a juice cleanse forever. We don't advocate for that. Cooked food, you get certain nutrients and stuff from the beans, from your grains, and all this stuff. So you want to be able to eat some cooked food. But for juicing period, for cleansing, this is what I recommend here. And so we have a little tiny bitty knife here. What we're going to do with this here. And if you get a big knife, you just chop it all the way here. So that's what you do here. You just chop your kale. And you just cut it up into little bits there. So for those who are online, you cut it up, you chop it up into little bits. And so that way, the reason why you cut this up here is because the kale is very stringy. So it has some long strings in the stem. And when you put this inside this juicer right here, it can clog up the auger of the juicer. The thing that spins, and then it gets stuck. When it tries to move, that's why juices get stuck. So when you chop it up into smaller pieces, it will help so that this doesn't get clogged up. And the one thing I like about the juicer as well is Namer, and any of the slow juicers, it has a container, you put it inside the container, you close it, and you can walk away whilst the juices keeps going. Okay? So you just chop it up like this there, you chop it up small. So we're going to have our helper right here, she's going to chop up for us while I continue to talk here. Okay, so I see those in the chart here. So someone says, how do you make the nettle? I have it growing in my backyard, and I also have lots of the leaves as well. So with nettle, what do you do with nettle? Any tea that you have that is fresh. You can dry your tea, but if you have a tea that is fresh, a way that you can measure for yourself is a handful of that tea in a cup of water. So your hand, everyone's hand is different sizes. So when you take a handful, it's actually the proportion that you need for your body. So when you take fresh leaves of teas and stuff like that in your backyard and stuff like that, handful, and you boil that in a cup of water. Okay, for tea. All right. And then what we're going to do here, and then I'm going to just come over this side here, and then you just come inside the juicer. Now, in the centrifugal juicer, juicing kale is not the best. It's actually a little bit better in the cold juicers. And also, sometimes you have these green star juicers and stuff like that. Whatever juicer you have at home, use that. you don't have to probably get a new juicer. But if you want, like I say, better a juicer, you can invest the money and it's something you're going to be using in the long term for your whole family over and over again, then you can invest in something that's a little bit, better. But if you just have a juicer that costs $50, $60, $70, that's fine. Use that. Okay? We have an answer? Okay.
So we've been told that anything we eat or ingest after 5 p.m. it doesn't benefit the body. So when is it 3 times before 5 p.m. which is suggested?
Yeah, so then with the juicing is the schedule that we use at our center that we recommend is like 8 o'clock. So we have another one 8 o'clock, about 11 o'clock, then we have one at about 1 o'clock, 1 or 2 o'clock, and then you have the last one at 4 o'clock. That's like the schedule that we use at our center. But also keep in mind that this is juice. So when you eat food, whatever you consume, you want it to leave your stomach before laying down at bed at night. So then if you eat, like I say, heavy food, that takes about 4 hours, 4.5 hours to digest, and you eat that, let's say 6, 7 o'clock at night, then if you go to bed at 7 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock, that's not going to leave your stomach, before it's digested, right, from your stomach. So if you do juices assimilate much quicker. So we don't advise drinking juice 30 minutes before bed, but if you drink juice, like I say, 5, 6 o'clock, then it takes about 30 minutes to leave the stomach, which is your body can better use. So we actually tell people that if you want to replace a third meal instead of having food in the night, juices can actually be better as a supper for you, better digested in your system, and your body's better able to use it because it doesn't have to break it down and spend hours and assimilating it, and it's much quicker to provide nutrients inside your body. Okay? Let me just put this on here while I talk, so that we have it going while it's done. So this area is going to be a little bit slow again. And what we're going to do here, for those who are online, I'm sorry, you're not able to test, but we're going to have some tasters. And I don't know if you want to taste them separately to see what it tastes like, or if you want to taste, like we make our mixture, and then we give you all together. We'll probably make a mixture, it's going to be probably faster to mix everything together and then have you taste it. So right now, we're doing some kale. And first, I'm going to start off with the greens. And so then, our diabetes recipe, I promised you yesterday, the diabetes recipe. So the diabetes recipe has 4 ingredients inside. And those 4 ingredients equal parts. Okay? So the 4 ingredients are, you have kale, celery, cucumber, and string beans. That's for the diabetes. So kale, celery, cucumber, and string beans. And in that juicer, you put 4 ounces each. Okay? 4 ounces each of those ingredients. And that's called your diabetes recipe. String beans have inulin in there that is very similar to how insulin acts in our body. So then we advise people to drink this there. Even the string beans is very good for diabetes. You can take this juice. It's not going to be the best taste that I said before. But what you do is take this juice and you drink this juice 4 times a day if you have diabetes. Okay? Now, keep in mind, when you're juicing, it's going to be effective. So your sugar level is going to drop. Monitor your sugar levels morning and evening. And if you feel lightheaded, monitor that, you check yourself. Okay? And you don't want to take insulin if your sugar levels is already low. So make sure if you advise with a medical professional that you seek your medical professional, or if you do this by yourself, that you double check insulin levels throughout, like morning and evening, first thing in the morning, and before you take any insulin, make sure you check your levels out. Now, we also advise you go exercising during your cleansing period as well. Let's do some more. Oh, you can help me out. Put some inside of there. Thank you so much. Yeah, you just stuff it up and you just push it down. And so, if you go exercising, and in the morning, your sugar levels can drop, okay? What you do, because this does not add much glucose in the juice, you realize no fruits, no sweet vegetables like carrots or beets. And what we would advise there is that you walk with some fruits if you walk in the morning, exercising while doing this juice cleanse. Okay, like orange or something, or you can walk with some juice too as well, like an apple juice or some orange juice, some type of glucose. You can even take, sometimes we take the orange juice and we mix some molasses in there, a little bit of molasses, and you walk with that, and you want to be able to drink this air if you feel like you feel faintish while you're walking. Okay? Remember, if your sugar levels are dropping, you want to be able to walk with something so that if there's any mishap on your journey, you walk in and you feel, oh man, I feel lightheaded, you either eat a fruit or you drink that fruit juice. You understand what I'm saying, right? This program could be very effective. Those who are watching online as well, this program could be very effective. Someone says, please repeat the ingredients for the diabetes drink. So 4 ounces each of kale, celery, cucumber, and string beans. 4 ounces each. Okay? Okay. And whilst we have this winner, and the celery. So you can cut this there. Yeah. So what you do with celery, you can even take it like in a bunch, make it faster. And then what I do is I just chop it up. Just chop it up like this there. Two pieces like this. So for those who are watching, this is what it looks like here. I chop up the celery, just into small little chops. Okay? So that way, remember, just for the juice's sake. Okay? Even with the other juices too as well, celery can clog up, especially celery and kale. These are the two that is very stringy and can clog up your machine. You can do it without chopping up, but you have to clean your machine out maybe like 2 or 3 times while you juice it. If you chop it up, you don't have to clean out your machine as much. Yes, we had a hand over there.
Quick question, for treating a disease, would you do like a parasite cleanse first for this to be effective?
So I would say you can do the parasite cleanse whilst you're doing this cleanse in there as well. But with our fertility cleanser, we do the parasite cleanse first, yes. So we do the parasite cleanse first, and then we do this afterwards there. Also, celery is actually great for blood pressure as well. Celery helps to stabilize your blood pressure. So right now we're doing our diabetic juice, but celery is actually good for blood pressure. And celery helps with detoxing in general. High in chlorophyll as well. Remember we talked about the chlorophyll? Okay. So then we also have some cucumber and our string beans that we're going to be juicing. So this is going to be our green juice. So I'll probably give some samples with the green juice, and then we'll get into our next juice. Anyone inside of there with diabetes, pre-diabetes? Okay, all right. So we're gonna have you sample there.
That's good.
Yes. Okay.
Cayenne pepper, and pepper. Cayenne pepper.
Do you use it in any of your protocol?
Of our protocol in general or the juices?
General.
General, yeah. So cayenne pepper actually is a vasodilator. That means it opens up the blood vessels, so it helps to lower blood pressure. So the next one we're gonna be doing is our blood pressure drink juice. So that's our silent tequila juice that we use at our center as well. So let's press the button. So then, yeah, so cayenne pepper, great. So if you take the cayenne pepper, especially in the capsule form, might be better if your stomach is not used to, because we have medicinal type of cayenne pepper. So we use the cayenne pepper with about 90,000 international units of heat. So that's about 2 to 3 times stronger than the cayenne pepper that you buy at the grocery store. And we use that there to lower blood pressure as medicinal. So we always tell people certain things we may not use in food, we use it for medicine. Okay? So cayenne pepper is a good medicine for blood pressure and circulatory problems in general too as well.
I have a question.
Yes.
I've noticed that you didn't add any water, so you don't have to put water.
No water. That's why you have a juicer. So I have a juicer, no water. It extracts all the juice in there. So this is an extractor, and that's exactly what you want. Now, if you're using a blender, that's the difference between a juicer and a blender. A blender doesn't separate the fiber. So a blender, you add water to get it started, to get it going, while you blend. Okay? And what you do if you have a blender, if you don't have a juicer, sometimes people talk to us, they're coming from other countries where they may not have access to juicers and stuff like that, and they have all they have access to is a blender. What you do is you will blend it out and then you can strain it afterwards. So you can take like a nut milk bag or a cheesecloth or even like a white organic cotton t-shirt, and you just clean white organic t-shirt and you just squeeze out the juice and you separate the fiber. If you're just doing general smoothies or whatever, that's fine. But if you're doing a cleansing period, we advise trying to get rid of the fiber. Which one? This one is a nano. So I think it's the website is nano well, like WELL.com. NAMA. This there is, as I said before, it's subjective to taste. For me, it doesn't taste bad. For other people, I tell you to come to our center, and they're like, oh my goodness, this is so strong. But for me, it doesn't taste bad, but when you drink this thing here, all you have to think about is this is bringing healing to my body. So you have to think about the healing that it has, and you're not drinking it for taste, but for healing. Okay? So someone says, this is not a lecture, but what can you do for constant ringing in the air? So what you can do for constant ringing in the air could be different things that is happening in the body. But what you can do, one of the popular things that we do is put in a drop of, if you have garlic oil, I put a drop of garlic oil in each air. You can make garlic oil by using olive oil and using a whole bottle of garlic and filling up a jar, like a 16-ounce jar with olive oil, and chopping up a whole bottle of garlic and making it sit in a jar for like 7 days. You shake that jar every day, once a day, and you store it like in your cabinet, and you can strain it out after a week, and then you can use that as a garlic oil. Put a garlic oil in each ear, or you can do like tea tree oil in each ear as well. To help with that ringing in the air. So now we're going to put cucumber. All you do here is just chop it up into little circles right here. So the cucumber right here, so that's how you chop it up. And then we're going to put this into the blender as well. do for your juices, additional. Also, we have an anti-inflammatory juice, and we use the ginger. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory. Ginger helps with the digestion as well. And what we can do here, and you can add this to any juice, especially your anti-inflammatory juice, you can just add like a thumb size of the ginger here for each juice. Okay? And if you're making a lot of juice, you can add a little extra as well in there. And that's going to help to give you that nice ginger taste in your juice. But not just for the taste, but also ginger is anti-inflammatory. Ginger helps digestion, ginger helps gas and bloating, and so forth. So this is our green juice right there. And the next thing that we're going to use there, as we said before, string beans is very powerful when it comes to diabetes. So the string beans are very important in the diabetes juice. So, sorry? Yeah, you can do organic, and I tell people all the time that if you kind of find organic, that's fine. It's those who in foreign countries and stuff like that. Just use what you have. You just want to make sure you stay away from those foods that are genetically modified. And you can find out online, not all foods are genetically modified. So you have like corn, potato, certain papaya, those things are genetically modified. String beans and some of the stuff not genetically modified. And for the string beans, you don't have to chop the string beans, you can just put it in there whole into the juicer as well. Okay. Alright, so now let's go to our next juice while we have this one working on here. Yeah. So let me give you the recipe for our next juice here. So what we're going to do here is go to our juice recipe, our silent tequila juice recipe as well. So you can write this down, or better yet, we're going to be sending you guys our juicing recipes. Now, if somebody is in the chat right now on YouTube, I know that we had more people watching, and right now our numbers are reduced because our stream was ended at the start of the new stream. So if you can send that in the chat for me, please. It was hard for me to concentrate and do a lot of things at the same time. So just send that for me if you can, so people can know that we're live again doing the demonstrations. Okay, that would be really appreciated. All right. So our next recipe here, our silent tequila juice recipe. So you use carrots, and we're going to start with our carrots now too as well. So 6 ounces of carrots, 4 ounces of celery, beets. We're going to be doing 2 ounces of beets. It's very strong. Beets has like oxide in there as well. So that actually helps to dilute the blood vessels and lower blood pressure. Okay, and cucumber. 4 ounces of cucumber. So 6 ounces of carrots, 4 ounces of celery, of cruciferous vegetables within our celery, 2 ounces beets, and 4 ounces of cucumber as well. So then what you do here, you can start chopping up, see how you chopped up the cucumber, you can chop up the carrots as well. 6 ounces of carrots, 4 ounces of celery, or cruciferous in our celery, 2 ounces of beets, and 4 ounces of cucumber. Okay? So remember we said that the beats itself, okay, because of the nitroxide in there, helps to lower blood pressure. So actually beats has been a big thing now, people have been talking about it online. So they have the beets capsules and all this stuff, but actually juicing the beets can help to lower blood pressure too. So this is our silent killer juice recipe. Okay, now I said before, if you want to get access to some of those juices here, then what you do here is you will send us your email and name. So the phone number again, if you didn't get that last night, those who are here for the first time, it'll be 845-247-5713. So 845-247-5713. What you do is email your name and your email address. Those who are watching online, it's 845-247-5713. You email your name, just text, sorry, not email, text your name and your email address to that number, and we'll send out our ebook with all the juice recipes inside. Okay? More than what we covered here today. We're just showing a few as samples, but we're going to go more into details, okay? Yes?
Yeah, what are the benefits of the leaves from the beets?
So the leaves has benefits as well. It's green, so chlorophyll is one of them, first of all. And the beets itself, the red, has more of the nitroxide in there. The green has more of the chlorophyll. So you can actually use the leaves with the beets too as well. That's something you can do together. So sometimes I go to the grocery store and they have the leaves in there. You can dump all of that inside of the juicer.
Would you add it to that green mix as well or not?
Yeah, so with diabetes, no, none of the beets or the carrots for diabetes. But if you're doing the blood pressure, you just mix it all together with the drinks. Okay? Alright. So I'm going to do this here first. I'm going to give us some samples. Is there anyone that can help us to pass us some samples for the green juices? So you can grab some of them here. How many inside of there? Everybody wants? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. And we did 4 so far. With this right. We do the blood pressure one right now. So you're going to get a test now and afterwards. Yeah. Any type of that. You're going to do this in general. Then extra for items. It's air. Yeah, tonight. So someone asked about bringing in the air. Yes, it's an air. So yeah, and usually sometimes it could be infection too. You just have an infection, and that can affect the air. The air and your sinus is connected. Yes. Yes. Also, maybe did everybody get it ready? Is there, how many is missing? How many are missing pieces?
garbage bin.
I'm not sure if you want to hold on to your cups and then you're going to have another test again. This one is going to be stronger. The next one, the salad tequila one, is going to have a better taste. Okay? This one is the diabetic one. So this one is for healing, not for taste, right? On new glasses strength? Okay, okay, so new glasses strength. So we're going to get some trash so you can throw them away. So now we're starting our no more cream, so we're starting our blood pressure mixture now. Let me see. So like I said before, you store this there in the fridge. As soon as you make it, you put it in a jar. And you seal it up and you keep it in the fridge up to 3 days, and you can take this to work with you. What I've advised people to do, if you want to make it easy to take your teas to work, you can get a flask that you can put all your teas inside, and also you can bring your jars, your glass jars to work with you, and if there's a refrigerator at work, you can put it in the refrigerator. If you don't, then you can actually bring your juices to work with you and just have them on your desk or put them inside of a cooler, something to keep it cool so it doesn't get as hot. Most of you work indoors anyways in the AC, so it's fine because you can drink it at room temperature, it's fine. Any questions so far? Or any questions online as well? Let us know if there's any questions online. You can feel free to ask these questions. Yes? Okay, so somebody's asking, what do you do with the roughage, the fiber that is separated afterwards? So, some people do cook with it. Just keep in mind that there's some nutrients that is extracted, so you won't get as nutrient dense with the fiber. But also, what we do is use it as compost most of the time, because at our center we have a lot of the pulp because we do a lot of juicing. So we use it in our compost. Also, you can make compost tea. So what compost tea is, that you can take your fiber there and you put it inside a bucket of water and you can stir it, every day. But after a few days, you can put a little sugar in there as well, like molasses, to start the process of the bacteria and stuff like that, breaking down the sugars and stuff like that in the compost. And then you take this and you water your garden with that. So you can pour out some of the liquid into your watering can, and you water your garden with that. That's a nice, like how people have the liquid fertilizers that they use for the plants. The compost tea is like a liquid fertilizer that you can use, organic fertilizer you can use for your plants. Okay? And sometimes I just take the compost and put it in the compost bin itself. So that's most of the time, because we have a lot of compost, a lot of stuff. But some people take it and they make it in the burgers, and they make, the carrots, and they make a carrot cake or whatever. So, you can do different stuff with that. But for us, most of the time, we use it in our compost for our garden and stuff like that. Okay? So then, as I said before, this is 16 ounces, 4 times a day. So we're going to make sure of our juice. This is sort of going to be the blood pressure one, silent tequila one right now. So it's going to be a mixture of different types of juices there. The beets and the carrots is basically what we add into this one here to make it a little bit different. Okay? So then you've got a juice cleanse. The juice cleanse, I said before, is no food. So no food for about anywhere from 3 days to 10 days. People that come to our center, the minimum time they juice for is 4 days. So if you come for 1 week, you juice for 4 days at our center. And then some people juice upwards to 9 days at our lifestyle center. 9 days. If you come for 2 weeks, you probably go anywhere from 7 to 9 days juicing at our lifestyle center. I have done juices myself, so I'm not making people do things that I've never done myself. So I juice If I juice for 3 days, it's going to be intense juice cleanse that I do. But on average, I juice anywhere from 5 to 7 days every year. If I've never done a cleanse before, I'll probably go the full 9 days or 10 days juicing. And you just juice without food for a period of time, as I said before, between 3 to 10 days. Okay? And then when you're done juicing, then you transition. We have a broth that we have people take. So it's called our potassium broth. You can even blend it up in a blender, so you make like a soup, like a liquidy soup, and you drink that the first thing after coming from your juice cleanse. And I'm not sure if there's any water. My mouth is kind of getting dry now, talking. But yeah, so raw, so you start off with the broth. The first thing you do is the broth, soup or broth itself. And then afterwards, for 2 days, for the next 2 days, so we started with the broth in the morning after cleansing. And then in the afternoon time, you do like a raw green salad with, cucumbers, tomatoes, kale, lettuce, whatever that you have in your salad. Just salad only, no, nothing else, just raw. And then the next day you do raw fruits in the morning. If you have diabetes, we advise doing 2 salads a day. But if you don't have diabetes, do a raw fruit in the morning and then some raw vegetables in the afternoon as well. Thank you so much. So if you do a shorter juice cleanse, you can actually do your raw for like 1 day. Like if you do 3-day juice cleanse, 1 day. If you do a longer juice cleanse, doing raw for about 2 days after juicing. So that's how you transition. Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, you can use a picture. You can put a picture of cayenne pepper in there as well. Yeah, definitely. So with our bits, the same thing as well. We just cut it up into like circles or squares. Just to get it going in the juicer. So you just cut up like this there, just to get it going in the juicer. Just keep in mind that sometimes beets, because it dilates the blood vessels, it can make you feel lightheaded. So there are some people that actually feel lightheaded after they beet juice. So I'm not sure if anyone has anything with beet juice right now, because it's going to create a boost of oxygen in the body. So probably the biggest difference is the color, the betaine that's inside of there. That it does a little bit more to give it more of the rich color. Yeah, but I would tell people, with anything, with juicing, with fruits, vegetables, that doesn't matter. Like let's say we have cabbage, we have green cabbage, then we also have purple cabbage. Just use what you have. They oftentimes have the same benefits. Some might have a little more or less of the certain ingredients, but yeah, just use what you have. I'm trying to figure out, should we use all of the beets in there? Would it be too strong? Don't use all, you think? You don't think it would be too strong, is it? Or okay. Okay. So we're going to use all of it. Now for me, I can drink like a whole cup of beets. But for some people, it makes them feel lightheaded because as it opens up the blood vessels, like there's just a rush of oxygen that goes to the brain, and it makes you feel sometimes a little bit lightheaded. Okay? So add a little bit of ginger in there too as well. Ginger has, ginger has a compound in there called gingerol, and gingerol is anti-inflammatory. So when it comes to arthritis and all stuff like that, it helps. Also stomach issues, so gas, especially gas, it helps to eliminate gas. It helps with digestive issues and stuff like that, ginger. So you can use ginger for digestive issues, for inflammation, in a lot of different situations too as well. And also ginger can help with blood pressure too as well. So other stuff that can help blood pressure would be also garlic. So garlic also has allicin in there, a phytochemical that is also a blood thinner, and that can help to lower blood pressure as well. And when you have blood pressure, they give you blood pressure medication. So you have different types of mechanisms on different medications that will give you to help with different things inside your body. So some of them are blood thinners, some of them are vasodilators, some of them are calcium channel blockers, some of them are angiotensin II medications. So they have different types of blood pressure medications, and so different mechanisms they use to lower your blood pressure. So garlic is a blood thinner, and that can help with lowering your blood pressure as well. So remember, if the blood is thicker, the heart becomes more, and it pushes and more pressure that it causes to try to pump the blood throughout your body. If the blood is thinner, less force to have the blood circulate throughout your body.
We are told that when you use the garlic, you have to crush the garlic and wait about 15 minutes for the allicin to be released before you utilize it.
Yeah, so you can do that. If you chop the garlic too as well, by the time you're ready to eat it, time would have passed, so naturally the allicin would have been activated. Yeah, so like I do, sometimes the most important thing is just getting it down. Don't stress about how to get it down, but just getting it down is very important.
What do you do to minimize the harshness of the garlic before you swallow it, before you put it in your mouth?
So we talked about the honey. Honey is one of them. You can even use it to make a garlic tea.
Yeah.
So instead of eating the garlic, you just chop the garlic and boil some water, and you make a tea out of it, and strain the garlic before drinking it. So that's another way to take the garlic as well.
Do you have juice for sickle cell disease? What can we do for sickle cell?
So sickle cell, I would say those that build the blood to help with sickle cell. So like the beets, especially, help to build the blood. Some of your dark green leafy vegetables, chlorophyll and everything inside there. So all those there to help build strong, healthy blood. So I would say any of these juices, beets, your dark green leafy vegetables, kale, even celery, all the stuff like that to help with blood. All right, so this is our juice there for blood pressure. What we're going to do now, and we're probably going to end soon, right? It's probably getting it right now. Okay, so what we're going to do here, the last thing, I think if somebody can help to just wash this out there. And then what we'll do our citrus juice last. Okay, so then now we're going to get some sample taste. For those online as well, sorry that you're not able to taste it, but if someone can help us well to get some sample tastes out. So that's the silent killer for the blood pressure one. So carrots, beets, celery, and the cucumber. Also, we have some ginger in there too as well. myself. That is good. For me, this is good. Yeah, beets, yeah, the carrots, yeah. Yeah, this is some good juice right there. Someone asked what caused the feeling of numbness in the toes. I would say the biggest cause of numbness would probably be because of lack of circulation. Now, ginger also helps with circulation. Also, some of the blood stuff will help because the more blood that you can have, the more better circulation and so forth. And we're going to be showing you your citrus. The citrus especially is going to help with so the citrus itself is going to help with circulation too. So we're going to be talking about citrus very soon. We talked about cayenne pepper as well. Cayenne pepper helps with circulation. Exercise is probably the best thing we can do for circulation. So making sure you exercise each day. And also, if you don't have a rebounder at home, get us a rebounder. It's like a little trampoline. And you jump on that rebounder, that can help to improve circulation as well. Okay? And if you're at home, and what you can do is just do some squats in place. If you're at work, let's get up from your desk, and let's do some squats in place. And you go down like this to help circulation. Right at your desk. There's a 10 squats with no weights on, just go down, come back up. And do this about every hour while you're at work. Okay? So that, because when you sit down, that's the biggest killer. Lack of circulation, and that just causes your body to break down over time. So you want to be able to improve your circulation, to get the blood flowing all the way to your extremities, especially when you have diabetes too. You want to be able to have your circulation going. Okay? Does anybody want any extra? We have a little bit left, extra inside of there. We're going to be doing some citrus afterwards. You look like you got 5 years younger already. What happened? So we're going to do citrus. What's that? Okay, yeah. Yeah, sure. All right, so we're going to do our citrus juice next. So the citrus is going to be for immune system. Immune system, citrus is going to be help with circulation too as well. So inside of the citrus there, if you have any contraindications with your medication, like we have grapefruit inside there, then what you would do here is you can eliminate the grapefruit from the juice recipe. Okay? But grapefruit, so if you want, so you know there's something called chelation therapy. Anybody heard about chelation therapy? Chelation therapy? So chelation therapy is a therapy that they, to clean the blood out, and they try to get rid of the plaque buildup in the blood, right? So because of blood pressure or whatever, the arteries are closing up, chelation. So natural chelation therapy you can use is actually grapefruit. So you eat one grapefruit every single day for 30 days. You can get a natural chelation therapy. So then what we can do here is citrus can also clean out your arteries as well. Also your citrus are also we call fat emulsifiers too. So then juicing the citrus can help to clean out your arteries. Also citrus can help to boost the immune system. And we also noticed already that we have some lemon in there too as well. And lemon can also help to clean out your kidneys, your liver. So this is basically a cleansing juice and also boosting your immune system juice and also cleaning out both your organs and also your blood arteries as well. And you notice there in our juice, because we have a nice nama juicer, we're going to be juicing some with the rind as well. You don't have to use the rind. You can actually get a citrus juicer that you can juice out all the juice. But the rind, has also some phytochemicals in there as well in the rind of the juice. and it's going to be a little more sour, but we're going to include all this in the juice as well. Okay, so this is our, we call our citrus blast. So we use equal parts of grapefruit, orange and lemon, less lemon, sorry. Equal parts of grapefruit and orange. So 6 ounces grapefruit, 6 ounces orange, and then we do the rest in lemon, okay? All right? So about 16 ounces in all. If you want to get up the grapefruit and orange, you can do 7 ounces grapefruit, 7 ounces orange, and you can do 2 ounces of lemon juice. So less of the lemon, because lemon is stronger, a little bit more potent. So this is there for the immune system, for cleaning out your organs. So like it's a nice cleanser, and also cleaning out your arteries as well. Cleaning out your arteries as well. Okay? That's it. Yes, clean out the knife. Huh? No, that's fine. Just wash it out already. Alright, so we're going to use, so all we're going to do is, this juice as I said before, we can just chop up the grapefruit and stuff like that, like this. Also, Nana has an attachment to do juicing, it's a little bit of citrus, but we're going to chop it up like this there, and we put it inside, and then we start our juicer, and then it's start the juice process. Okay? Make it faster. Yeah, the others also.
That's for what?
Yes, go ahead.
What is it for?
So this here, as I said before, this is for your immune system, boost the immune system. It's for cleaning out your organs like your liver, your kidney, your colon, and also this can clean out your arteries too as well. So you can perform a natural chelation therapy. If you eat one grapefruit every single day, this is going to have grapefruit inside of it and all the citrus, and if you juice there and you incorporate this in your juice for a whole week, that can actually help to clean out your arteries too as well. So right now it's equal parts of oranges to grapefruit, okay? So I would say maybe like, in this maybe like 1 or 2 grapefruits, maybe about 3 or 4 oranges would make probably about 16 ounces. And then you use a lemon. So you either squeeze 1 lemon or 2 lemons inside. That's gonna. Sorry? Yeah, that is not the arteries as well, the citrus. Yeah, yes, that's why it's good for your system. So it's not a little bit of bits in the juicer, that's why it's a little pink. So, okay. And the rind is going to make it a little bit more sour, but also it's potent and it's pretty beneficial too as well.
So it's a line from the other coffees.
Question.
Yes.
Why do you take the skin off the orange?
So the skin is a protection barrier. So you might have, if it's spraying or whatever, then you might have something in the skin. So we just take the skin off just to make sure that it's all clean inside. Yeah. But if you get organic or you have homegrown, you can just blend everything up or juice everything together. Yeah.
What are the benefits of the skin?
So it has some nutrients in the skin too as well. And also lemon has a higher form of lemon inside of especially the skin of the lemon. And also when you look at like lemon balm and different oils, when they make the lemon oil, they actually use the skin because it's more the oils in the skin. So if you can use the skin, you get organic and you get maybe like from a local farm or whatever, and you can get your lemon, then in the skin, that's where they extract, especially the lemon oil and stuff like that. So you can use the whole lemon if you need to as well. So I'm going to add a little bit of ginger in there too as well. And I love to add the ginger in the citrus one. We call it our citrus blast. Also, we have another one, it's called our immune powered. This is going to power the immune system too as well. And also weight loss as well. So since this is like a fatty emulsifier, this can actually help with weight loss too. So if you're looking to lose weight, using your citrus juicer and making citrus juice can actually help you in accelerating the process of losing weight. Okay? So the same amount of days that you do your juicing, you can incorporate, so you can mix your juices as well. So like let's say you can have 2 of the citrus juices in the day, and another 2 of like let's say the high blood pressure one or the diabetes one. We're going to send you recipes too as well. So we're going to have recipes for inflammation, for cancer, different juice recipes. So you can mix and match. You can have 3 different types of juices throughout the day. Okay? So it doesn't have to be one juice all throughout the day. So you can mix it up. Have a blood pressure one in the morning, have a citrus one in the afternoon, have this, you know. So mix it up based upon the issues and that you have. Okay? So you see it looks kind of milky because of the rind. So you get more of the oil in there. So grapeseed oil extract is actually, all these things are beneficial to us as well. Because we use the grapefruit seed as well. Grapefruit seed also is good for weight loss too. Also balancing hormones for women. Immune, Yep. Because of the high vitamin C and so forth, very good for the immune system. Sorry? We didn't count. I'm not sure exactly the number. Yes. Yeah, so someone says when you grow up, grapefruit used to be yellow. So I would say there are many different varieties of grapefruit. Many different varieties. So this is probably one of the varieties. I know what you're talking about back home, we have more of the yellow grapefruit. But that's the variety that we have in the Caribbean. There's also the pink variety, this is the pink grapefruit. So with our fruits and vegetables, people talk about hybrids. That's what hybrids basically is. Sometimes there's cross pollination. So like oranges and grapefruits and all stuff cross-pollinate and they create new varieties. It doesn't mean that it's GMO. There's no genetically modified grapefruit on the market. And that's, I think a lot of people mistake genetically modified foods. There's only a handful of genetically modified foods, about like 12 of them. So that would be your corn, that would be soy, wheat, potato, papaya, melon. There's no genetically modified melon. It's seedless doesn't mean that it's genetically modified. And I think people mistake the two. So that's what we call hybrid. Basically what hybridization is, and hybridization happens sometimes in nature, naturally. So it doesn't mean that it's bad. So what they do is, they select fruits and vegetables based upon characteristics that they have. We have a garden at our home. So let's say we grow tomatoes this year. We have different plants. One tomato tree, the tomatoes come out very sweet. So what you can do to create a hybrid is that you only select the tomatoes with the sweet tomatoes and you make seeds out of those and you plant only that one the next year. So then the next year your tomatoes come out sweeter. And then even from that new variety, you select the best and you keep selecting the best and the best, and that's what they do with the foods. So they keep selecting until this one doesn't have no seeds. Let's grow this type of, so it doesn't mean that it is bad when they hybridize these things. It's just that they select the foods based upon characteristics. And sometimes it's not always the best. Sometimes they do it based upon size. The bigger watermelon, the bigger this or whatever. And also certain types of cross-pollination that they do can make it come out without having seeds. Doesn't mean that it's genetically modified. So there's no genetically modified melons. It's just that because of hybridization, they're able to grow it without the seeds. So they select characteristics of the foods. So someone says, can you add cayenne pepper to the citrus blast? Definitely. Add some cayenne in there. Add some turmeric in there too as well. So what we do, even with our anti-inflammatory drink, we add like an inch of turmeric in there too as well. So you can add those different stuff in just to add some extra supplementation. Okay? Yeah, ginger. I added some ginger to this one already. But ginger, yeah. Ginger. You can add your cayenne. You can add your turmeric in there too as well if you want to. Any other questions from online? Yes.
Ella Renoir is asking that everyone who has my number, to just text me your email address. And when you text me your email address, I'll forward it to him, and he's going to send all this information via email. All right? So everyone here should have my number. If not, I'll give you my number. And I'll forward it to him, and he's going to send out an email to everyone. All right?
And some people text us already, so if you did, some people, if you text us already, then that's fine. But then, yes, you can go ahead and do it. So some people text us already. The number, Sister Shana K. Okay. Any other questions from those who are online? So Shannon K had the privilege of going this morning, and she went to some Whole Foods and different places, so she got some organic. So, as my brothers wish right here, we're going to do our lemon with the skin on there. Okay? So you get some of that lemon in. There's some of that oil, lemon oil in there too as well, which is very beneficial as well. Probably a lot, but I do have a case tester. Yes, probably. But when no problem. Watch that. Yeah, so that's in New York. I live in New York. We have a life there as well. Yeah, people come get treatment for different things in our center. So it's located in about 2.5 hours from there. Yes. Definitely. Yeah. I think he was asking me what church I'm from. So
I was just
yeah.
asking a question on the church. We had this too. First of all, it's an honor for you to expand what you're doing on your journey. This is a problem, systemic problem, not only in America, it's globally. It's things to help us, especially with, like I was telling them, you can't have 3 out of 4 people of color, right? 55 over half. I was telling them, you can't have 3 or 4 people of color, 55 over. All right? Have high blood pressure. All right? That's 75%. I'm sorry. Like I'll repeat it again. I take an honor in doing something like this because you have to be passionate about what you're doing. And it's something that's needed no matter where you're from, Caribbean, anywhere in the world. This is one problem right now. We need to have a retraining because a lot of y'all, especially, I get talked to a lot of too, and I'm more here. I said, how do you leave the Caribbean and you out there planting every day and you walk on American soil and all of a sudden forget about all those things that you were taught from generation to generation. And I think he said he's 34. And it's amazing that he's doing something like that. So this is very unique and very unusual for someone of that age doing something like this. And I just want to just share with y'all, it's so important that we got to just go back to the basics. And it's just a retraining, and it's all involved. So just want to share this with you.
Definitely. And that's very important for us to treat our bodies better, especially in the Black community, to treat our bodies better. And this is the start. This is the start of giving back to you. Because when people talk about self-care, doing your nails, going to the spa, this is the real self-care right there. This is the real self-care. So, yes, treat yourself. Self-care right there. Let me just, I think we'll stop right there. Because it's so ready. Yeah. Definitely. And where you, yeah. And where you coming from again? What church you coming from? Okay. 62, great.
And what I do is, like I was explaining to him, I've been trying to show something like this from local food people. So, trying to show you healthy lifestyle all the time, what you're doing now, because there's raw, there's no cut dry. You gotta, this is key. This is it. I know it's hard to change lifestyle, especially it's hard to change vegan. I've been vegan for 15 years. It's hard to change food. It's amazing, but everything is how you feel. That's the key, right? And he's giving it to you. I've been around this a long time. And I commend him, and he's part of it. I think it's life out there. And it's so, something like that you can't put a value on because something like that from generations from now, it was his kids. So you can't really put an overall value on something like that. Generations. And that's why I commend him because he's so young. He's 34. And what's young is 34.
Definitely. So we've been on the, you say 15 years, right? Vegan? 15? I've been vegan for 15 years too. So when I was about 19 years old, in college, I changed my diet. Yeah, so in college, when everyone was eating unhealthy, partying and everything, God spoke to me, and because I wanted to treat my body better, I said, you know what, let me honor God with my body. And I just decided to give up all those fast foods, all those different type of meat products and stuff like that, go fully plant-based.
Yeah, let me add this to it too. I watched my mother go from one little high blood pressure pill from the 80 to triple bypass in the 90. 2008 surpassed congestive heart. And I want all. I want friends around, even those in the inner city right now, watching individuals who are getting all these different types of surgeries. So what I'm doing is trying to figure out what the common denominator is if you just came in from nothing. So I came up with something now, we're going to start my little podcast and everything else. I'm showing you a healthy lifestyle. I'm saying, guys, what to do? And I was telling them, it's not about being vegan, it's not about being vegetarian, it's about taking that big organ in your head and putting things forward, and then being on those community, and just keep working on feeling better. And you be okay every day. Yes, it's going to be challenging. Yes, you're going to probably have some junk food or something processed. But think about it, when I go to the doctor, my blood pressure is anywhere from high is 120. At 62, it's anywhere from 109, I'll say an average 109 to maybe 115. And it's not about, I'm still not content. And that's the thing about it, you're going to feel so much better, and you'll be doing what he's doing, right? See that smile? Once you get that smile, it's for life. And then you see things around, and then you know you'll impact others along the way too. It's amazing. You know it's coming from God. Thank you.
I just want to remind everyone that we have Sister Gurley outside doing blood pressures and her husband doing massages.
Okay. Great. So we just had our blood pressure shot. If you want to check to see where the blood pressure is at, you know, you want to make sure that you're good to know if you need to continue on. And also, for those who are watching online, I see someone asked there, how do you include water in the process of drinking citrus juice? So no water in the citrus juice there. It's all pure juice. So what we'll do here is we'll probably end up soon. For those who are online, you can text this number as well. Even if you're watching this video after it's as live stream and it's on YouTube right now, you can even text this number as well. What we can do is text this number 845-247-5713. Just text us your email and your name. Okay, and we'll send. What we're going to do here, we're going to send you our the guide with our juicing recipes. Also in that, we're going to have we're going to send the potassium broth to as well. So when you transition out of juicing and you drink a potassium broth and you go on the raw diet, we're going to send you that potassium broth to the recipe for that. Okay? So this is the end of our class. It's been a long class. We started a little later, so we would have finished an hour earlier. We started an hour late, but that's fine. We're still able to get through everything. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to pray as we close. Okay? Any last questions before we close off in prayer? Any last questions? Speak now or forever remain silent. No questions? All right. Afterwards, for those who are in person, we're going to be in the back afterwards. We've got some cleanses in the back. And also our Total Body Reset Workshop. If you want our Total Body Reset Workshop, I'm going to send you the link as well to the numbers that you text from, just in case you didn't get that link to do the Total Body Reset Workshop. It has all the cleanses in there, so if you don't want to go and make everything and try to figure out doing everything from scratch, it's all done for you in this cleanse kit. Okay, if you order it, we're going to ship out the cleanse kit to you. We just came out from we had a big Total Body Reset Workshop program, so we're low on stock with our cleanses. So in the description of this video as well on YouTube, if you're watching, we're going to add in the cleanse after the Total Body Reset Workshop in the description as well, so that way you can be able to watch that and be able to purchase that workshop and be able to go through the 30-day cleanse that we have to go on. So have you been blessed today? Let me say amen. Those who are online as well, just put a yes in the chat. Let us know if you've been blessed with the information. Just put a yes in the chat, so that way we can be able to send it out to you. So someone says to say the number again online. Let me say the number one more time. It's 845, sorry, 247-5713. So 845-247-5713. Okay, so that's the direct number for our ministry. If you need to call us about any issues that you're having, call us between business hours, 9 to 5, from Monday to Friday. We may answer on Sundays, but it's not guaranteed because that's not our day that we work. But then leave us a voicemail if you don't get us outside of business hours. And if you want to come to our center or you want to do an at-home program, you can be able to sign up for any of these things. Just contact us for the same number, but text us your name and your email address, and we'll send out that information to you as well. Okay? So we'll pray at this time to close off, because all healing comes from God. We just demonstrated how to use Joseph to incorporate that in the detoxification process. And I know those who are watching online as well from the church. I know you're at home right now, but it's going to pray that the Lord will continue to heal you as you incorporate those things into your health journey. So let us pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for your blessing. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for being able to go throughout this juicing and detoxification class. There's a lot of information shared, and everyone doesn't remember everything. But I just pray that they may continue to apply just 1, 2, or 3 things from what they've learned, and they can go home and make a change in their lifestyle, and that they can come out, with better health, good of health. So Lord, continue to bless them, that those who are home continue to heal them, and pass the healing hands on each person that is at the house or in the church right now who have different health ailments, that as they apply those things, that we bring about full healing and restoration to their body. Also, Lord, I want to thank you that even when we abuse our body, even when we put the things that we shouldn't put inside, that you have mercy on us and you have given us things in nature that we can use to reverse our disease. So we want to thank you for being merciful. Thank you that this is not a death sentence. And thank you that we can reverse some of this illness that we brought upon ourselves. It's my prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. So we thank you for those who are joining online. We'll continue to have our live sessions. We'll inform you. For those who are here in the church, if you want to join some of our live, we have YouTube lives and stuff like that. We'll send a link to you so you can join our WhatsApp group so you can be informed about our live sessions that we have. Sometimes we have it every week. We're trying to get back into it. So thank you so much for joining here to our detox class. You have a blessed day, everyone.